Hello everyone, it's your host Unga here. I just thought I'd quickly share on this the realizations that a lot of abantu abamnyama are going through at the moment with the ancient Egyptians, with the ancient Hebrew Israelites. The first Chinese were black, the first samurais were black, everything is black. Shakespeare was black. Um, um, I'd like to believe in where it started, it came from a good place. Of which right now it's at borderline depressing because it has somehow become a tenant by which abantu abamnyama approach themselves instead of approaching themselves as they are, as living, breathing beings. And so you'll find many of us have moved away from the forms of Christianity, but we are still approaching ourselves, for example, within the confines of being a black Hebrew Israelite, or within the confines of I am an ancient Egyptian, or I am part of the alien races, the Anunnakis, or the Sumerians, or the Syrians. There's always an ism that we are cloaking ourselves with instead of just being. Which goes for practitioners of Isintu as well. There's a lot of cloaks that are happening right now that are not necessarily needed, which are weighing us down. Now, the sad thing about doing the Lendo Lena is it's like approaching life. Every day you walk out of there, you're wearing a condom. You are not approaching life from who you are. You are approaching it from a work of drama, or an explanation based in a text, or based in a way of life, or a certain law or a tradition that your ancestors did, but you are never really approaching when. I don't know if you guys have ever realized this, but or if you've ever compared cosmologies and cosmogonies, of which it's something I've done a lot over the years. One thing I had a strange realization was that even when I was my years spent up in the continent, East and West Africa, was that each and every tribe, it doesn't matter where you go, each and every tribe in their cosmology, they recognize themselves as the chosen people of their particular God. Please hear me well. They recognize themselves as chosen to their God. Not a God in the Middle East, or not a God in North Africa, or wherever, to their God. Each and every tribe, in their cosmology, in their creation account. Some even go far as saying their locality on the continent, that is where mankind was birthed, or that is where mankind comes from. And of course, other tribes, their versions persist more than others, but this is the same. It doesn't matter which culture you are looking at. Which now is what is being interpreted by Hebrews as, or those who are wishing to turn each and every black man into a Hebrew Israelite. That is what now is being used. The fact that in the cosmologies, all these African cosmologies that they are comparing with, the people are calling themselves the children of God. Some tribes along the lines, I know the Igbos, and I feel, but the Igbos they stay as it's the freshest in my mind. They even have a story of how they actually came down from the Middle East, or from the lands of yes, from the Middle East. Of course, to try to do what? To tie it down, to tie it to the modern interpretation now that we are all from Father Abraham. To tie it up back into that context, but it is not like that. Each and every tribe has its cosmology. Each and every tribe, in their cosmology, they are the first people. They are the Adams and Eves. Not someone else in the Middle East or in Egypt. Not someone else. Which is why even in our tales, in Mpumalanga, inzalo yelanga, it is called the what? It is called the cradle of humanity. And then there's the lack of archaeological data, rather, let me put it like that, of which if the place were to be excavated, they would find more clues as to the people that inhabited that area. But what I'm trying to get to is that we all have this idea of being chosen to our God. And so now to find ourselves being excited by these realizations in our tribal accounts, it should not surprise us. That is what self-loving people do. But instead of recognizing this, we still use it to make some sort of connect to Abrahamic folklore, so that we can all become the children of Abraham or the children of Jacob, so that we can become what? Acceptable before God. But that is still a filter. That is still a condom, to use today's terms, that you are approaching life with. It is not you. And we need to understand this, because these condoms we're putting on, they end up dictating how we narrate, how we interpret, and how we relate to each other, and how we learn, how we digest information. It affects us. It affects us a lot. So yeah, that's a short on that.